So something that's been on my mind lately is a topic of how we define work versus how we define fun and pleasure. Because we I think we have both of those ideas flipped. Somewhere in the modern world especially, it's been speeding up over time, but it's really getting fast now. But I feel like somewhere in our modern world, we are now associating work, which is, in my eyes, typically speaking, things that are good for us, things that are going to push us forward. We're now associating work with something that requires a break, something that's not good for us for too long, if that makes sense. Whereas pleasure is readily available anywhere you look, and we reach for that freely at any moment. We can reach for that at any moment, but I still feel like the root to all of our ideas of what is pleasurable, what is fun, that all stems from instant gratification. So our world has done an amazing job at eliminating the need for us to have to create or produce anything. Like you can run your creative juices, you can be running on empty and you're still going to be fine. I think of Amazon all the time with this topic. It's an amazing idea. It's a great tool. And none of these things that are pleasurable are bad in and of themselves, but it's the way that we look at it and it's the way we take them. But take Amazon for example. Like you quite literally can order anything you want in life and it may even show up the same day. All you have to do is pick up your phone and search for it. Like the extent of what you had to do was create the idea that came in your head, if you even create that idea. It may have just been put into your head from somewhere else. And you just got to push a button. Amazon's gonna take care of the rest. You know, even groceries, you don't even have to go out and make a grocery list if you don't want to. You don't have to go to the store and do groceries. Amazon can deliver that too. But it's crazy, man. You know, everything that we can do with the click of the button nowadays is counted, to me, is something that's overlooked as pleasure. It's giving us hits of dopamine. It's giving us some sort of escape away from work because we deem work as bad. You know, those are the things that get overlooked. You have the obvious players, like you have social media, you have Netflix, you have just endless consumptions of media and stuff like that. But I really don't think those things in and of themselves are bad. Those things inherently are not bad. It's the way that we have started to warp our mindset around what's good for us and what's bad for us. And that's kind of what we have to discuss, because what is the definition of work? And who said work is bad for you? When did it get to the point to where anything that's not instant gratification is deemed as something bad for you, that you should take a break from it? You know, how, like, if our past ancestors and stuff like that had this mentality, how would countries have been formed? How would this how would this camera have been created? How would new inventions have been created? How would that social media website that you're addicted to and you can't get away from, how would that idea have even been spawned if there wasn't someone who was able to find a way to monetize or make people submit and give up their ability to create and just, you know, find a way to monetize that? All I'm trying to say is it seems to me a lot of the times that breaks are just simply an excuse or justified laziness, maybe is a better way to put it. You know, why would you need to take a break for something that's good for you? Like, why would you need to take a break for something that's pushing you forward in life? Why would you need to take breaks for something that's fundamentally building you up? It's making you be a better man. It's making you be a better person. And why is that why is that so normalized nowadays? You know, I said it in one of my previous videos. Like you 1 hour out of your day is 4% of your entire waking hours. You're saying that if you read, sometimes I see things out there. Sometimes like you read for 20 minutes and you need to take like a 5 minute break, or you need to take a whatever. This type of there's a bigger conversation that needs to happen. If you can't even stay focused for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, an hour, and you're doing something that should be good for you. You're doing something that, you know, because like we should be driven by creativity. That should be our fuel. If you're not driven by creativity, then what are you driven by? You know, if you need a break, you don't need a break to stop eating. You only, like 9 times out of 10, you stop eating when you just don't feel good anymore. If someone gives you a chocolate cake and puts it in front of you, in your head, you don't need a break from that. Like you're just gonna keep eating. You're just gonna keep going and keep going and keep going until there's either no cake left or you just physically can't take any more in. You know what I mean? But like you don't have to have someone tell you to stop eating that cake. So why do we not feel like that when it comes to work? Like why do we not have that hunger to be creative? Because that's what should fuel us. Creativity should fuel us, you know, but it doesn't nowadays, and I don't know when that happened. if you think about it, man, like things that delay satisfaction, things that cause us to be creative, like that should be the fuel for our well-being. And if you think about like, what about like prayer, going to the gym, reading, things like that. I've already said reading, but you get my point. Like, why do you need to take a break from doing things like prayer? That's gonna better you. Why do you need to take a break from going to the gym? Why you're making yourself stronger. You're bettering yourself. You're making yourself feel better. You're doing all this good stuff, man. I don't know. I don't think that we should overwork ourselves either. I'm not gonna say that. I love to sit down and just chill. You know what I mean? I love watching sports and stuff like that. Playing a good video game, like that's all fine. That's all good. But being overworked is one thing. Being lazy is another. And we have to get back to the point to where we can make that clear distinction. And right now, it's too twisted. It's work is bad and fun is good. It's too black and white right now. And we got to get back to a place where we see that things that are going to push us forward in life, that is what I should be creating. I should be craving that. And if I'm not, I need to take a hard look at myself and figure out why. I don't even think that taking a break from something necessarily means that you have to stop working hard at something either. Like for example, if you're over here studying for an hour, then why does in our head taking a break automatically means that I need to go watch a video? Like I need to go watch a movie or something like that, or scroll through social media. Why couldn't your break also include like, I'm gonna go do a workout because you were using your mind to read, right? So maybe you're mentally fatigued. Why would a break not also be considered, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna go do something else with my physical side. I use my mental side. I'm gonna use my physical side as a break to give my mental side a break. Like, I'm not even saying you have to go and do a walk. I'm not saying like I go and take walks after I'm done reading either. I'm being real with you. I'm just saying, why does our mind not think like that? You know what I mean? All we think for a break is something that is something that's gonna give us instant gratification and give us a dopamine hit. That's the root of what's going on here. So we have to find a way to rewire our minds, or at least redefine how we consider what we consider to be work and what we consider to be fun. I hope you get the point that I'm trying to make though. Like movies, Netflix, social media, whatever else, Amazon, like all these, either like the big things like social media and stuff like that, or the little things that you don't even notice in life, like being able to have the luxury of driving a car, being able to have the luxury of ordering whatever you want at a moment's notice. All of those things contribute in some way, shape, or form to instant gratification. And they in some way, shape, or form, they're stealing our creativity away from us. They're stealing the ability for us to produce away from us. So just don't get to the point in life where, or don't allow yourself to continue going down the point in life where those things are so great that you justify laziness in favor of those things. Like, we have to try to rewire our mind, and it's easy to do those things that bring no value and they don't push you towards your goals. It's so easy to just sit there and do that, and you waste a whole day. You know what I mean? But like I always say, the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and now the months it's a year now, and you're 5 years on the line, and you're still in the same spot you didn't want to be before. Your mind should be attracted to things that are gonna build you up. Your mind should be attracted to things that are gonna fuel you in life. And what's gonna fuel you is creativity. We thrive off things that we create ourselves. We thrive off real interaction with people, and it actually benefiting people in more ways than just consuming. When we sit there and consume, there's gonna be so many issues with us that we can't even begin to. That's a long list of issues that are gonna be created if we just sit there and consume all day. With all that being said, just try to find ways to make sure your mind is attracted towards your well-being. Don't let the outside world change you for ways, like, even if you don't realize what's going on when you're receiving all these hits of dopamine, you're receiving all these instant gratification pulses or whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? Whether you're scrolling through Netflix all day and stuff, or scrolling through social media, like, just value yourself more to where you want to become the best version of yourself, more than you want to sit there and just be a zombie for the rest of the day, more than you want to just be a consumer. Like, you want to produce something out there. There are things that are inside of you, whether you believe it or not. There are things inside of you just waiting to be let go into the rest of the world, and you have to allow it to happen. Don't give an hour of your day, 4% of your day, whatever, an hour of your day every day would do wonders for you. We like I said in my last video, man, like we tend to overestimate what we can do in a month, but we underestimate what we can do in a year, because 1 year of daily work over the course of 365 days, you're a new person, you know. And we, as humans, man, like, we thrive when we create. We thrive when we're successful. The only way you can be successful is if you do the work. The consequence of hard work is always going to be the success that you're looking for. So we have to learn how to rewire our mind that it's not that work is not fun. Work is essential, and those things like playing video games, watching movies, whatever it may be, this and that, those have a place. They're not inherently wrong in themselves, but we can't value those more than taking care of ourselves. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I hope that this video resonated with you in some way. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Leave a like, and I'll catch you on the next one.